Yo, what's good, family? What's up? This your boy Mo Legion right here, man. I'm back in the building. I was lately gone. I had a lot of stuff to take care of, but I'm back to you. I hope the family, everybody's doing great, right? All right. First of all, thanks to all the new subscribers that took time to subscribe to our channel. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Also hit the notification button so you get notified anytime we drop a new video. So today we have an interesting topic to talk about. Is Kanye running for president? Whoa. The brother came out recently in South Carolina for his first campaign rally. He talked about a lot of stuff, interesting stuff, about black people, about black women. And I think this brother, he has a game plan. This brother got an agenda. He want to do something very crazy. But let's see if we can support him. Anyway, I'm going to share this video with you for his first campaign rally. Let me know in the comment below. Is Kanye really going? Do you think Kanye is going to be a president? Do you think he's really going to win this? If you think he's going to make it happen, let me know in the comment below. And enjoy watching this. Peace.
All right, I wouldn't need a mic here. Is that true? What is the number one thing that you guys want to change? Because I want to start with Frank. Education. You guys. No one to clap, no one to scream until she says, I am done with my point.
My name is Summer Isley. I'd like to say that the issue of education is that it is whitewashed, and not only whitewashed, it is brushed over by whoever is the victor. So people that are marginalized in any community, not just necessarily people of color.
I know that we are trained to emotionally react to the point that they say, I agree. I feel that. But today I want you guys to try, not to try to spell it. What I want you guys to do is show how we can have complete silence until she expresses her point completely. And when she's done and says, we have fully expressed ourselves, because I don't love the word I, which I guess when you give out the social distancing. When she says, we have completely expressed our point. Who is that? You can't hear? Okay, so you're going to have to speak up a little bit. Can we close those two Malcolm X doors in the back? Is it okay to close the doors but keep them unlocked while we're talking? I think we can help us sound. Moving forward, we will be in rooms where the acoustics will be absolutely incredible because I will be involved in the time. Summer has an expression about education. Summer, go ahead. Now what I'm saying is, no camera flicks, no flashes, no movement, no open up Dorito bags. Dorito bags. All right, Summer, let's go.
Okay, so the problem with education, I was saying, is people are marginalized. They're not teaching all of history. They're only teaching it from one perspective, which is the victor's perspective. That's not always the right perspective. And I feel like if we're able to include other people into the perspective and into the conversation, it'll teach
brutality also. She has another expression she needs to make.
Is that okay, you guys?
Wait a second. It doesn't have to be okay with you guys because I stated that she was going to do that. We only have made moves that we are generally okay with, not understanding that Instagram has been controlling the opinions of what we are okay with. So, me as the leader of the free world, inside of the very first rally, I've made a decision that Summer is going to express her opinions, feelings, and information on police brutality. Silence, please.
Okay, so my feelings on police brutality is not everyone should be allowed to use the police force, first of all. So many people are in the police force that shouldn't be in the police force. They just want to have authority and action and power. Not only that, with what he was saying about brainwashing, he's completely, obviously he's right. He's Kanye West. He's completely right with social media brainwashing people. Stuff like TikTok. TikTok is brainwashing these little kids. People are on here 3 years old watching TikTok.
Pause. There's enough. If you guys want to whisper, go outside and talk. We need absolute silence. We need absolute order. That is the only way for this country to be back in order, is for us to have absolute order, respect, dignity, and honor for those that we showed up to hear and that are speaking. Summer is talking right now. If you see someone next to you that nudges you or tries to whisper, hold your hand and say, this person is distracting me from what Summer is saying right now, and we will have to escort it out. Now, Summer, go ahead.
So not only talk with the brainwashing, just everything brainwashes now, social media. If they want something, they can program it into our minds. TV, social media, literally everything. And the state of the nation is just, it's in complete dismay. There's one half that feels like everything is okay. There's one half that feels like everything is in tatters. And I wish everyone could just come together, respect everyone's opinions. You don't have to agree with them, but you can always respect their opinion. And that's just how I feel. I expressed what I need to say.
Raise your hand silently if you have another issue that you'd like to bring up. I saw your hand. This is Lauren McLeod. I understand everyone is exciting. It's a new world. You have someone who's not afraid of anyone and only afraid of God, and in honor of God, you have someone who isn't afraid of anyone, and in honor of God, and it is a 132 IQ genius that literally went to the hospital because his brain was too big for his skull, and literally, absolutely no clapping. That went to Adidas when it was a $15 billion organization, losing $2 billion, and ended up at $62 billion before COVID, that went to the stock market with Gap, and whose net worth went from $3.3 billion to $5 billion in 45 minutes. Now, that is friends. I only have one superhero friend right now. Who is that? Okay, so we have one member of the superhero Avenger team so far. So I know that this is an exciting moment, but we're not excited because if I told you I bought you a brand new Mercedes-Benz and it's outside, you'd run to the car. But if I was in society today, I wouldn't have the car directly outside. I'd have it on the other side of the street. So you get hit by the car trying to rush in your new car. And that's what social media fights. That's what social media does. It gets you excited about things. It gets you turned up about things. It gets you running around and I'm just walking. I don't know you put the bricks in the street? Did you put the bricks in the street? No, I'm not talking about the riots. I'm talking about the bricks in the 80s. Talk to him, young. You ready? Now, we have no microphone.
Okay, so education starts everything. Education starts with people who are our police force, who are in our healthcare force, who are in our political force. So if we're not educated properly, how can we live in America if we don't even have the education to live in America? I grew up in Charleston. I grew up right here, surrounded by white people. There's nothing wrong with white people, but you live with a whole different perspective than everybody else. I live with a whole different perspective than everybody else. I think we need to change everything if we can begin to change what has been done to people in our society. And I think healthcare is so important because if you don't have access to healthcare, how can you even live your life? How can you live your life if you don't feel comfortable going to the doctor, if you don't feel comfortable going to vote, if you're not able to go to vote?
Okay, so I stubbed my toe 2 years ago and went to the doctor because I gotta yay everything up. I gotta take everything way serious. I'm not just gonna take some anointment or whatever. I'm gonna go to the hospital. So when I got there, 5 doctors asked me if I wanted pain medication. At the end of the year, they give out awards for people who have given out the most medication. In Europe, there's a higher threshold for pain. I got plastic surgery to try to look young and try to look like I needed to be on TV out in Los Angeles. You heard a small clip of that on TMZ. After getting the plastic surgery, that was the slippery slope to being addicted to Percocets. Percocets release serotonin and endorphins in your mind that are similar to when you have an orgasm and are also a cousin and a sister of heroin. So basically, some could say I was addicted to a smaller form of heroin. And I would live in this McMansion, in this gated community, with my Maybach, and I would drive to Calabasas, high as a motherfucker. That's the one that my dad is sitting at home waiting for Fox News to run that. To say, he said he was high as a motherfucker. No. Because I went through a process of one thing leading to the next thing, leading to the next thing, leading to the next. No, it ain't the next thing, it's the same thing. It's a cycle. It's the same thing. We are trapped in a loop. We are going to break that trap. Un momento. Wait a second. You come here for the next statement? Did you say, can I? Who's the person that can I ask? You said, can I add something? Okay. You stand up here. I would like for her to finish. What she said. I'm going to let you finish. Moment that you guys had to experience for 4 years when I wore the Trump hat for 4 years. I want to explain to you that Democrats ain't did shit for blacks. And the most racist thing that's ever been said out loud is the idea that if Kanye West runs for president, I'm gonna split the black votes. This reminded me, what was Samuel L. Jackson's character in Django? I'm not trying to quiet your voices, actually, so I don't want to say that in an improper way. I just haven't had the time to word it in the most elegant way possible. So that's a Stephen move. When Harriet Tubman never actually freed the slaves. She just had the slaves go work for other white people. The National Basketball Association is not owned by any blacks. Universal Music is not owned by any blacks. Any celebrity that you see talking is not the real power. Because the real power that I am putting my mind on the life today to speak about, you don't see them. You don't see the real power. You don't know who's putting the internet in your school just to track you. You don't know who's targeting you. Black woman in between the ages of 12 to 21 that follows this person in order to buy this product. You don't know who's the head of the boards. In risk or no risk of losing whatever deal possible, I am not on the board at Adidas. I am not on the board at Gap. And that has to change today. Or I walk away. Because don't believe that because they put the second woman, not the first, on the bus, the first woman, you know that story where I'm going, right? There was a girl, what, do you remember her name? Not Rosa Parks. There was a dark-skinned woman. What was she, 15? 15? She was pregnant out of wedlock. So she couldn't start the movement. She couldn't put the bricks in the streets. I don't know much about George Soros, in all honesty. I do not know much about this man, so I would not bear false witness. I need to educate myself more about these, but also these things is, we pinpoint names. We pinpoint people, we attack each other. We are all equal in God's eyes. Sometimes people are controlled by demons. Sometimes people are controlled by the environment that we are in. But we are all God's people. There is no bad people. There are lost people. But we are all God's people. There's no left, right, red, blue. That's why my hair is purple today. And everyone, I've never got next to someone who didn't become more prosperous because of it. George Soros, I know, knows how to make homes in one day. Well, we're doing the same thing. We're making homeless shelters. So I would like to meet with George Soros on that. Mark Zuckerberg would like to bring the internet into Africa. Okay, well, let's beat Mark Zuckerberg, because when you went to Africa, they said no. China is buying land in Africa. Okay, well, my deal with Adidas is no longer that I get a 15% royalty. I'm giving them the 15% royalty. Wait a second. I don't want to hear. I would let you know when I'm finished with my thoughts. And I would prefer 10. I like multiples of 20, but I'm giving them a 15% royalty. And because of their 15% royalty, it made me into a billionaire. Which could make me, off of this speech alone, at zero tomorrow. But when God calls Moses he has to leave his comfy job, working for the Egyptians, and free the people. And the freedom does not come from an election. The freedom comes from you not loading up pornography. The freedom comes from you not taking the Percocet. The freedom comes from you not downing your brother and your sister. The freedom comes from you putting that gun down and not shooting people at the gas station. It has nothing to do with this election. It only has to do with God and God's people. He said, come on. He set pause for us to take a moment and breathe and not TikTok ourselves out. He set pause for us. Now we have a moment to breathe. It has nothing to do with black, white, rich, poor, red, blue, Native American, pilgrim. It has to deal with being truthful to what God has. I see you have your hands up. Walk up here. You're going to get your chance. Walk, yes, young lady. Walk up here. Now, let me tell you something. I heard you. All right. So let me tell you. I'm talking about Planned Parenthood. So, un momento, we're going to talk. I'm going to have my thought, and then I'm going to do Planned Parenthood. Thank you. So, un momento, no, we gotta be that Latin is one of the most original languages, and we all need to be able to speak that. I don't speak that well. And there are illegal, so-called, there's no such thing as an illegal immigrant. People have been working here and supporting the world, then they need the opportunity for the freedom and the state for the country that they work for. Let me go to Planned Parenthood. Yes. The statement is, in the Bible it says, thou shalt not kill. I remember that my girlfriend called me screaming and crying. And I was just thinking, because at that time I was a rapper, I was out there, I had different girlfriends and everything, and I just thought to myself, I want to word this in a way that, hey, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to word it like what I just thought of it. So my girlfriend called me, and I just thought to myself, please don't tell me that gay Kim Kardashian name. That's going to be the worst thing. And she said, I'm pregnant. I said, yes. I said, no. She said, I just came from the doctor. I was like, oh my God, what's in that thing? Because I was having the rapper's lifestyle. So she said she was pregnant, and for 1 month, and 2 months, and 3 months, we talked about her not having this child. She had the pills in her hand. People know these pills where you take the pills, and if you take it, it's a wrap. The baby's gone. So I was sitting up in Paris, and I have my leather pants on. You already know, if you got leather pants on, you already know who this person must think they are. Right? And I'm in the apartment where my wife was actually robbed. And I have my laptop up, and I got all of my creative ideas. I got my shoes, I got my next album cover, I got communities, I got clothes, I got all this. And the screen went black and white. And God said, if you fuck with my vision, I'm gonna fuck with yours. And I called my wife, and she said, we're gonna have this baby. I said, we're gonna have this child. I know people that are 50 years old that didn't have the children, that didn't have that child, that have never got to experience the level of joy that I experienced having a child. So even if my wife were to divorce me after this speech, she brought North into the world, even when I didn't want to. She stood up and she protected that child. You know who else protected a child? Who do you think might have protected a child? 43 years ago, who do you think protected a child? because my dad was too busy. There's a lot of policies that only relate to what Rockefeller, DuPont, and Cotton set up. Do you understand what you guys are talking? You guys might want to say to me, fuck you, Kanye. Do you realize that I am putting my life on the line for the truth right now? The Bible says, the church tried to erase those who weren't good enough as they saw it in the Word. Amber started crying when she saw that. That's what I mean by that. Jesus loved all people. And when people talk about profanity and different things, and God wants us to create, is what I'm saying. But in the state that we live in right now, we eat meat. I want meat. In the Garden of Eden, we didn't have to. In this state right now, if someone is raped, I understand why someone would make the choice of getting a divorce. I mean, getting a divorce or getting an abortion. And I understand if a person, if a father is not there, and I will be done with this point in about 2 minutes. Let me get it out. I understand if a person is in an impoverished community. Why? Or if they are impoverished and can't afford their fifth, or their sixth, or their seventh child, or even their first child. I understand the situation that someone will be in. God will still make a way. God will make a way. And those people, you have never met someone who has said, I had this child, and it was the worst thing. People always say, God made a way. I had this child, and it was the best thing. Society has set it up in a way where we feel that God won't make a way. But I was $53 million in debt. I was in the crazy home. As soon as I said Jesus' name out loud, He gave me increase. He gave me platform. He gave me depth. He gave me clarity to be able to speak not on the word of Jesus and yay so cool and rap, but on the word of Jesus and community and family. So what I'm saying is, we understand we're not going to go back to women having to go in an alley and do crazy type of things. We understand the conditions. We understand the conditions of black people in America and why we break every store that's there. We understand the conditions of women in America. We understand that we live in a white supremacist world. And until that is equalized, people stand on rights that make them more equal. The idea of a woman having a choice, I understand because it says, hey, but I can do this stuff. When a black man gets mad, rap, plays ball, wears gold chain, I got gold teeth, my bottom teeth are removed from my gold teeth. And partially it's because I can do that. Partially it's because I can do that. So I understand the perspective. And here goes the liberals. He compared abortion to gold teeth. Hey, let me explain something to liberals though.
What are you?
I am Christian, but also I am a listener. You cannot lead without listening. This is the reason why Georgia, where I was born, must express herself. People saw me put up a tweet where I showed the 6-month baby. This because I was pressured by the forces that were around me. Now what I'm saying is, I even heard that they can abort a baby up to 8 months in New York. But I wanted to show everyone, in the same way when I got into a car accident and I showed the picture of my face, I wanted to show everyone exactly what the 6-month baby that is legal to be destroyed in New York looks like. And then I get social media backlash. I backstroked the backlash. What I want to say is, I understand where we are today, why if a woman was raped, why? See, but the thing is, let me give you an example. So women love my body, my choice. Now let me give you an example. Does anyone know why y'all have to scream? I'm not happy I have to run this TMZ. Y'all all do TMZ. Okay, so quiet down, right? So let's say when the baby is conceived, at that point it is a soul. It is a real living thing. That 6-month-old baby, that was a real living thing. We agree that that was a real baby, a 6-month-old baby? Okay, so my body, my choice. So say we were to separate. Say we were separated with your baby's mama and y'all had an argument. You got a 1-year-old. Be like basically 18 months older than the tweet I sent out. Y'all got an argument and she said, my house, my choice. I'm Gucci store. I care that it's people that are put in situations where they will never know how much more rich to me because the way society sets things up. I care about these things, and I am in service to God. I don't know, I might have been placed a second time this week and nothing will happen to me. Because God has a plan for us as his people to be finally free. We have to stop. How do we disobey? How do we disobey? When we kill, we disobey. How else do we disobey? When we steal. When we steal. How else? Lie. When we cheat. When we not love our neighbor. These are these things. Politics, America, Trump, Biden, nor Kanye West can free us. The only thing that can free us is by obeying the rules that were given to us for a promised land. She openly opened up to you guys, to me on a platform and said she had a baby, she had an abortion a few months ago. And her maternal instincts were that she wanted to have the baby, but she felt she couldn't support the baby on $9 minimum wage.
I just think the Bible was written by men, by humans. Humans are sinners. I don't think we should take the word for word. I don't think we should say abortion should be illegal because a lot of women disagree.
Let me explain something to you guys. My stance is not to make abortion illegal at all. It should always be legal, but there should be an option of maximum increase for agriculture. Abortion should be legal because guess what? The law is not by God anyway. So what's the reality? 30 states still execute. 30 states still execute men that did not do the crime that they are being executed for in modern day mass incarceration and slavery. In 2020, abortion should be legal, but the option of maximum increase should be available. Maximum increase would be everybody that has a baby gets $1 million or something in that level. Oh, wait a second. Says the person that's worth $5 million. We would fund it with other countries. America with other continents. With other continents. There are Israeli continents that do not believe in it. There are African continents that they're African continents. The African continent. The continent of Africa. Israel in Africa that would fund a concept like this. But when you put an idea out, like I remember I was supposed to do a couple songs at the MTV Awards, right? And then I said, bro. And then what else did I say? I said, listen to the kids, bro. Listen to the kids, bro. And are we running? Are we running in 2020? Okay, so tell me this. If you had had the opportunity to be given $1 million just for being pregnant, would you have considered? And then everybody would start making children, the greatest gift of life. Everything would be 1 million children on this beautiful planet. So she said, I don't have the funding. And wait a second. Be quiet for a second, please. I do not have the funding for it, but I have the platform to present the idea for those who do. But that's not going to work because I listened to what Georgia said. Georgia said, okay, this person is mentally ill. This person is in a society that won't allow it. Then I went into the designer community and said that it takes a village to raise a child. It's not simply a money situation. It is a people situation. It is a heart situation. It is a spirituality situation. It is a God situation. It is a family situation. Money can't fix it. Money's not even real. Is Bitcoin real? Does the gold back the money? At what point did someone just press the lever and turn the lights out all electric? Have you guys seen, did you guys see New York go dark? Did you guys see World Trade Center go down? Did you guys see all jobs stop for 6 months? So no one can tell me what God can't do and what God will do. But we follow God. Let's take 1 moment to leave this one. We have 5 minutes. Wait a second, we got to speak up to everybody. Wait a second. Do you feel that you're to make the point of how important it was for her to have the option as a woman because she did not have the resources in order to have a baby as she felt. This woman is so brave. Georgia, can we make a hand for Georgia right now? We're going to do, come up here, your third. We have 5 minutes. I apologize, guys, but we have all the time in the world. that person? Who is that person? You don't even know who that person is. That's the person that's influencing you. Because when you hear bad things about yourself about a photo, it makes you want to up the photo. You want to Photoshop it. You want to.
I'm saying like they're trying to.
What I say is this is the solution to make it more, to have a big farm make more money. Big farms. We just need to make big farms. It's a solution for a big farm. It's a solution with them. I'll tell you this. I'm not going up against big farm. I would die. They would kill me. But I'll tell you this. Standing next to them, I would make them more money. I would make them more prosperous. But we're going to do it in a way where we balance holistic and modernity. Aisha's comment is on gun violence in the United States. I live on a 4,000-acre ranch, and I can shoot AR-15s all day, without going to jail. And it feels weird because I grew up in Chicago, where if you use one of the guns that were strategically placed in your community for you to get locked up, you will end up going to jail. I was talking to a fellow billionaire, and he talked about. No, I don't want to use his name. Hey, bro, I told you I ain't gonna use his name. Hey, you told me to use his name. You think I work for you? No, that's what I'm talking about. I told no, step up. What's your name, bro? Shooting guns are fun. There's people who've been a gun at age 6. The thing is, if you guys put down all of your weapons, what happens if other countries that own media, that own China, yeah, what's the homework? I actually didn't say. When other countries come in and you have no weapons, what do you think is going to happen? You will be enslaved. Israeli women know how to fire a firearm. They are trained to do this. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. The Industrial Revolution is over with now. It's time to move again. If you have agriculture as your business, you get tax breaks. Tesla, the original Tesla, says the earth is a giant generator. God has given us freedom. You can feed your family and survive off of earth, wind, fire, and water through proper engineering. But the education and the schools and these textbooks that have been given to you, have you ever got a textbook that said, okay, you can buy 100 acres for $100,000 in Middle America, you can farm and feed your family? Has there ever been a class on that? a reason why they said they're going to pass it.
They're lying to us. That's why.
Because every time I talk, you're directly behind me saying something. And what I asked for specifically is that when he talks all the way through. When Gary talks, he talks all the way through. While I've been talking, the whole time I'm talking to 100 people, 200. It started with 100 people, down to 200 people, right? And every time you're making a comment, directly behind me, and I brought you up to share next to the way. You think that's slightly distracting. I know you have a point, but the man, you didn't show up to this rally for media to destroy tomorrow. And you are adding to the potential of them not understanding why they in South Carolina. His name is Tyler. What do you want to speak about? Are you double cupping? Okay. And it's not really okay.
Two quick questions. First question, I want you to elaborate on the comments on Harriet Tubman freeing the slaves and how she just brought up to other white people. Second question, you believe so strongly in the Bible. How do you feel about homosexuality?
I will start speaking once everyone is speaking quiet.
Harriet Tubman said she never freed slaves, she brought up other white
Can't hear you.
This is coming from a Christian.
He got everything to do with preachers, period.
And I want to know why. How you feel about it?
You get two questions, bro. Put your hands down. I need to put your hands down and answer these two questions. I'm supposed to be done. These are good questions. Put your hands down. So put your hands down. I hear the question. I want to be very clear on this question. I heard you, sir. I don't have to listen.
Everybody yells.
So when we say we're looking bad, I believe I'm beautiful. I believe we're all beautiful. It's not about how we look. It's about our heart. Now, pause for a minute. If I was Trump, I would have called you Sister Soldier or something. But that's not my pride. Pause for a minute. You are the black person that was sitting here like a TMZ to fuck my rally up. You want to be that same person, and your face is covered, so we don't even know who you are. Very tough to me. 400 years is related to the Bible. Yes, it's not related to Afro-American slavery. It's related to Hebrews and the Egyptians. But we use that term loosely. Like we say, Jesus. Anytime we look, when we're not educated, we don't have to understand it. We need to educate ourselves about what that means. What about the Geechee? You probably one of the bricks out there. You probably one of them.
Oh, I got my papers. Be patient. Say, why am I pregnant, John? Be patient.
Hey, somebody go grab him and take him out.
Let's go.
Give me a second to answer these two questions. I was supposed to leave 20 minutes ago. Now, the thing is, I am not going to pacify you with things that I don't believe in, but I will not with laws on things that you do believe in, and you don't have no other opportunity to do anything else. I am not that kind of Christian. Jesus loved everyone. Jesus loved everyone. Jesus loved everyone. There's a lot of Christians that feel like, oh, Jesus is against. Okay? How can Jesus be against this king that went to a black church? Like, no, that's the true shit. Everybody's family, everybody has everybody. Everybody's got some holier than thou person. Everybody got the one uncle that people go to for money, to borrow. Everybody got the one uncle that was touching the kids. Everybody got the one everybody's family. We all are imperfect human beings and we are family and it takes a village. Jesus loves everyone. We do not discriminate against anyone. Now the Harry Tubman thing is, I'm sick of this black iconography being used by white organizations for us to look up to and say, this is us. I own 100% of the Yeezy trademark, but up until now, Adidas is getting 85%. And now after this, they either mad at